Coastal areas have long time been appealing places for people to live. They've been wonderful places to make a living. Lots of different industries thrive there. But as a result, especially recently, with climate change increasing the magnitude and frequency of storms, the challenges of living at the coast have grown. And so hence there's a huge concern with what people like to talk about as coastal resilience.
Resilience is not just a function of whether or not your house is going to fall down. It's also about whether you can get to work because of flooding in the streets. A lot of my project experience has been just looking at the engineering perspective, and when we do that, we're mainly focused on infrastructure damage and not really looking at what it's doing to the natural environment or necessarily what it's doing to the human environment beyond what's happening to the building. And that's what's cool about DEEPP is we have those people on board, but we also have brought in the natural scientists and the social scientists.
DEEPP is this big interdisciplinary group that spans demographers, social scientists, environmental scientists, microbiologists, and within that group, I was able to find these fellow students that are also interested in components that contribute to flood resilience.
When the storms do arrive and flooding occurs, the impacts are pervasive. It's not just an engineering problem, it's not just an environment problem. It requires multiple disciplines to even understand what the impacts are, much less to plan and be prepared when the storm arrives.
DEEPP is led by a social scientist, which is not that common in specifically flooding research, and it's something that puts the people first. So an example would be if you have to spend a lot of time working on getting reimbursement from insurance from a flood, that is a stress on your well-being and potentially your health.
Flooding is a big problem across the United States, whether it's at the coast and you have issues with storm surge, sea level rise, or inland, there's increased precipitation due to climate change. But New Bern was an interesting place for me because it's an estuarian community, and so they have problems from both rainfall and rivers and from the coast, storm surge and tides. And so the combination of all of those different drivers leads to a very complex flood hazard problem.
It's a really, really awesome opportunity to collaborate with the city, and our outreach is really meaningful and can hopefully help them develop really strong and equitable resilience plans in the future.
The individual graduate students in this project have remarkable skills. Each of them is an accomplished researcher. Each of them is very experienced in a particular area. But the thing that distinguishes the work they're doing is their collective wisdom. They, as a whole now, have a comprehensive understanding of an issue that is very difficult to solve, and if they do come up with solutions, which I think they will, these solutions are likely to be transferable to other situations and other settings.